Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's closing action, also to help you understand how the day panned out, especially because it was the last trading session of this quarter, April to June quarter, a monthly expiry, a series expiry, all happening in one. So a lot of buzzing action that we actually saw through the trading session today. The markets, however, after a very, very volatile trading session on the expiry day, shut shop almost flat. After a volatile day, we did see metals and realty stocks really dragging the indices. Autos, PSU Bank, realty, and metals, all of them shed about 1 to 2% in trade. However, buying was seen in some banking names and power names as well in today's trading session. So, when you talk about the Sensex, that ended in the red, 0.02% lower, or just with a loss of 8 points at 53,018. Also, when you talk about the Nifty, it slipped below the 15,800 mark, and you saw about a cut of 18 odd points right there. 15,780 was the level at which the Nifty shut shop, with a fall of 0.1% in trade. The Nifty Bank rose, however, 0.5% in trade today. On the sectoral front and on the stocks, we actually saw the biggest gainer on the index was Britannia today, up 1.8%. On the downside, Bajaj Auto, as it turned ex-dividend, slipped 4% today. And also, when you talk about the sectors, Nifty Energy rose about 0.5% higher. The metals dragged about 2% in trade today. So, what did the experts really make of the kind of move that we've seen? Prashant Tapsi, who's the Vice President Research at Mehta Equities, did say that amidst volatility, the markets ended June expiry on a negative note. Although bulls did spring to life in the morning session, but on the backdrop of negative global cues, the benchmark slipped hard and, most importantly, ended on a negative note. Familiar fears of more interest rate hikes, risks of recession continue to haunt the investors. He believes that Nifty's biggest support is now placed at 15,367. Below the same, expect a waterfall of selling. Nifty's major hurdle, however, is placed at 15,927. Srikant Chauhan, who's the head of equity research at Kotak Securities, did believe that technically from the last three trading sessions, markets have been witnessing a non-directional activity. For Nifty, 15,700 could be the key support and 15,900 would act as the resistance. On further decline, index could fall to 15,550, and any upward trend is possible after the Nifty moves beyond the 15,900 mark as well. So that was the kind of expert commentary that we saw through the days after the day's trading action today. Overall speaking, again, we have seen a red closing for this expiry session today after a very long, a kind of volatile day. On specific stocks, you did have stocks like the new age ones, Zomato, Paytm. They fell about 6% today. On the other hand, you did have stocks like Adani Transmission rising 5% in an otherwise weak market as well. Now, Vinod Nair, who's the head of research at Geojit Financial Services, believes that shaking off the weak lead from global markets, domestic markets recovered its losses backed by banking and energy. However, the FIS selling is also near exhaustion, may actually provide comfort to the jittery Indian market investors. So that's something that one should be watching out for. Also, as an important report today or news flow, highlights have come in from RBI's June financial stability report. Now, this financial stability report really mentions that the stress test for credit risk revealed that banks are well capitalized. All banks would be able to comply with the minimum capital requirements even at the adverse stress scenarios, is what this RBI's financial stability report has mentioned. So that's a big positive for the banking and financial space as of now. Going forward from here, of course, we have seen that the markets this month, the Nifty has posted the highest decline in a month seen since March of 2020. So this has been one of the worst months. Over 80% of Nifty constituents have actually declined this month. Auto shares such as Maruti Suzuki, M&M, they're among the top gainers this month, up about 6%. Nifty Bank declined by nearly 6% this month. That's the highest decline for Nifty Bank since November of 2021. Nifty has outperformed the broader indices in June. Also, except for Nifty Auto, all the sectoral indices have actually posted a decline this month. Nifty Auto advanced for the third consecutive month. So there is a cycle turning that you can see. The Nifty Metal declined by over 12%. It was the worst performing sector of the month. So that's as far as the entire monthly report also for you suggests. Now let's move on to seeing what could be the market direction as we move forward into July. Well, experts do believe that we will be heading into earnings season in the next 15, 20 odd days. Till that time, the global cues will be definitely overpowering the news flow. The way global markets really move, the way macro data moves, all of that will be very important to track for the market direction going forward from here. Till that time, traders need to be very, very cautious amid the current volatile environment that may continue for a few sessions from now. Thanks a lot for joining in, but do stay tuned on to Business Today TV for a whole lot more that's coming up right up next for you on your screens.